Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another day of May I Scraplift You. Today I am scraplifting the fabulous Shannon Allor, who is She's Crafty 20 on Instagram. And I chose this colorful layout because the little girl that I take care of is really into rainbows right now. That is her favorite color. Anytime you ask her, it's rainbow. And so I had to go with the rainbow look. And I don't end up using that grid paper. I thought I would use that grid paper, but I ended up going with white. The grid was a little bit too busy, even though it's a kind of like a, you know, it's white with just, so it's pretty simple. It's not crazy or anything, but with these other two papers, it was just too busy. So I have this one with the black polka dots, and I am, it's black with colorful polka dots. It's not black polka dots from Paige Evans, and I am tearing it down the sides just like Shannon has on her layout. She's got the torn pieces down the sides. Now hers has a dark background with colorful hearts on it. I didn't have anything that was similar, so I went with polka dots. I thought that would work well. And my background paper is slightly different than hers, I believe, as well. I'm not sure that it's the same brand. In fact, I know it's not the same brand because I don't think hers has a pink at the bottom of it. I think hers ends in red. But anyway, close enough. And when you're scraplifting, you know, you just take whatever you want from the layout that has inspired you. You don't have to do it exactly like that person. I am pretty much staying close to what Shannon did just because I know this little girl will just absolutely love this layout. Anyway, I am roughing up all of my edges with this awesome distress edger from Some Assemblage Required. I love this thing. I've been using it quite a bit, and for someone who really did not like edge distressing, I've been doing a lot of it lately. So I am distressing all of these edges. Even though they're torn, I'm roughing them up even more, and I'm liking how that's looking. And then I'm going to use a white piece down the center rather than that grid. Now I get my pieces all kind of like tucked or tagged down with adhesive, and I realized that they were going to be a little bit too wide. So too wide meaning that once I got the white in the middle, there wasn't enough rainbow showing. So my black pieces were a little bit too wide. My white piece was kind of, it has to be a certain width to actually fit that photo on there. And so I couldn't make that more narrow to make the rainbow piece show even more. So I had to take a little bit off of those black polka dot pieces. I'm going to peel them off and move them out a little bit further and then trim them off of the outer edges. And you'll see me do that in just a few moments here. I am adding a little bit of this black polka dot edge to the white. Shannon's got the same thing going on in her layout, and I really like the way that it looks. It kind of ties the center together with the outside rather than just putting the white down. It looked kind of like it needed something added to it, and this was a really good choice that Shannon made, and so I decided to go with it. So here's where I decide that there's not enough of that rainbow showing. I want more of the rainbow showing. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the edge of the rainbow piece, and then I'm going to let my black polka dot piece hang off by about 1/4 of an inch on either side so that I can get a little bit more of that rainbow showing on the inside. And then I will just trim it off. I decided to trim it off with my scissors because there is adhesive on it, and I didn't want my trimmer to get adhesive up in the rotary blade housing or anything, and so I decided to just use the scissors on it. It made it just as easy, and my scissors are a lot easier to clean than it is to clean the rotary blade on a Caterpillar. So I've trimmed down my photo, and then those extra pieces that I cut off of the outside of those black pieces, I'm just going to use those to go around the outside of my photo. I don't feel like I need to like try and find a different kind of piece of paper to mat it with. I obviously don't have a full sheet to put like a 4 by 6 or 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 underneath my photo. So I am just going to basically frame it and tuck these little edges underneath to make it look like it's got an entire sheet of paper underneath it. And that's okay. It doesn't bother me at all. Nobody's going to know the difference unless they decide to pull the layout apart. It's just going to look like it was backed as it normally would be on a full piece of paper. So I'm liking the way that that's looking. It is a little bit difficult to use that edge distressor on such a narrow piece, but I made it work. It didn't need to be super distressed. It just needed a little bit of roughness on it. And so I was able to make that work out. And then I want those little edges of the black to kind of pop up. So I'm folded them back a little bit. I don't want them laying flat. I want to give it a little bit of texture and a little bit of dimension. So I do have these acrylic pieces from Color Cast Designs. This one that says Makes Me Happy was the perfect piece to go in this layout. It's got rainbow letters, and I know she will love that. Now the rainbow acrylic, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought that was all one rainbow, but the blue does not fit inside the red, and none of the pieces fit together. Like all 6 pieces do not fit together. So we've got the warm rainbow and you've got a cool rainbow. And so I'm kind of playing around with that if I want the warm at the top and the cool at the bottom or what. On my background paper, the cool colors are all at the top and all the warm colors are at the bottom. So I don't know, I'm just kind of playing around with it, letting it live there for a few moments while I figure out exactly what I want to do. I do eventually decide that the warm colors need to come down below, and I don't end up using the cool colors at all on this particular layout. While I am thinking about that though, I am looking through this little bin of acrylic bits and bobs that I've got. I've got hearts and stars, and as you can see there, I've got popsicles, some different flowers, hearts and stars in varying sizes. And so I'm just kind of playing around figuring out what I'm going to use. I've got some other pieces like a pineapple and a watermelon piece, and I end up going with some hearts, which I think work really well. And I am going to go with one of those popsicles on there. I don't use the popsicles that are in the bottom left-hand corner there. That's just a pile I was pulling out to see how many I had, and thinking if I wanted to do something that was like more tone on tone in that rainbow section or what. But I don't end up doing that. So those all get put away. And then I did find that I had a couple of pieces from the Buenos Dias collection from Obed Marshall. And so I pulled out that camera and the arrow, and those are going to go up above and stay on this layout. So I liked how those look. They kind of go tone on tone with those blues and aquas. And then I'm going with some tone on tone down here in the bottom right with some pinks in varying shades. So I go through my color bin of pink stuff and then my color bin of aqua and, well, aqua. I don't think I looked in my actual blue bin. I just looked in the aqua bin. And I pull out of some varying items that I think will work well. I do really like this piece that says loved, and so I'm going to use that down at the bottom here. And I will go back and pull a couple of other things out that I think would work well. There's a little top to a tag there. I thought about pulling out a different popsicle. I don't end up using the little wooden popsicle that I pulled out or the acrylic one down at the bottom here. I just go with the acrylic hearts and that tag, and then I'm going to pull out another pink piece that says So Sweet, I believe. Going back to my turquoise stuff, I want something up with that camera, and I just find a little turquoise tab that I end up using. That oval piece that has a lot of glare on it at the moment is actually a little shaker circle or oval that says all of you, as in like I love you. And I thought it was really cute just because it's playful and fun, and I think she'll enjoy it as well. I don't remember what collection that is from. I've had it in this stash for quite some time, and I'm kind of happy to get it used up, so I thought that was a perfect choice for that. Here's when I go back to the pinks and I find that piece that says So Sweet. And then I just keep digging through just to see what else I can find and make work. I was kind of hoping those pink hearts would stand out a little bit more than they do, but you can see them better in real life than you can on screen, so I decided to go ahead and keep those on there. The piece that said Loved on it, I decided to tuck that in so it reads kind of sideways. And then I go to these foam alphas from Paige Evans, and I'm going to add the words Park Day above Makes Me Happy, because I felt like it needed something there, whether it was ice cream makes me happy or Park Day makes me happy, or you know, whatever it happened to be. So I add the word Park Day, but I know it's white, and the white is slightly different than the white that is on the acrylic, and that's going to sit there and bother me for a little bit until I decide to do something about it. While I'm adhering all of these things down, I'm kind of thinking about what I want to do to fix the word Park Day, or if I need to change something on the acrylic piece. So all of these things that I put down, I know I want them there, I just don't know. I know something is not right with it, and I just got to figure out what to do to fix it. So still haven't figured that out. I know it's going to be something I adjust with the foam letters. I'm not going to try and do anything with the acrylic piece. And so I went ahead and adhered that down using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. I did pull the backer off of the white piece as well as these colored pieces, and I'm just going to stick my glue bottle inside the words there and squeeze a little glue in along where the other acrylic pieces are going to sit or fit, and that works well for me. So, and then I do have the centers for the P and the A, the two P's and the A. The A I couldn't find for a second there, but it was back in the packaging. So liking the way that looks. And then I'm going to pull the backers off of the rainbows here, and I am using some glue dots to adhere that. I feel like the glue dots are really my favorite way to hold down acrylic, but when on these pieces, like the title there, the letters are just too narrow to try and put glue dots in, or otherwise you'd have to like cut them in half or something like that, and that's always kind of a challenge and a real big time suck, really, if you ask me. So I decided I was just going to go with the regular glue. And then I decided to make my foam letters yellow by just rubbing a Sharpie over the top of them, and I did that in yellow because it is on the yellow section of the rainbow, and so I thought that would work well. I am just looking for a little piece of twine to tie on my tag, and I think that's pretty much it, you guys. So don't forget to check out everyone else playing along with me. I Scraplift You. There is a link to a playlist down below that you can go check out all the videos that have been released so far. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, I would love a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out Shannon as well on her Instagram at she'scrafty20, and be inspired by some of her stuff as well. Thank you again. I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video. If you enjoyed this one, hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. I will see you guys again real soon with another video. Bye-bye.